Good evening, everyone. I know we are near 6:30 and already a long day. Let me kind of see as to what we are doing and how does one really create a robust digital infrastructure. So first, let me thank ET, CIO, Shantari, the entire team for inviting me. All of you are on a journey. I say that journey because digital transformation, any digital thing that you do can never be completed. It's a journey. And all of you are trying to create a digital robust infrastructure for your organizations. So let me congratulate each one of you, and I'm sure that all of you would be doing a great job in your organizations from that perspective. But a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. Number one, are you really sure as to why you're doing this? Till the time you're not sure as to why you're getting into the entire digital thing, why you're creating a robust digital infrastructure for your organization, then the things will fail. Are you doing it to improve quality? Are you doing it to improve speed, efficiency, reduce costs? Or are you doing it because you want to increase the profits of your company? Or maybe just to meet the expectations of management, expectations of employees, customers, vendors, all of those stakeholders? Or is it something else? We just heard Akhlaq on the customer experience. Are you getting into digital to provide customer experience which is much superior than whatever either you are providing today or your competitors are providing? So you need to be very clear as to why you are doing it. Or you're doing it for top line, not for bottom line, but you want your business to grow. Or perhaps many companies are also doing this entire digital because they want to survive. If there is no digital transformation, if you don't have a digital, robust digital infrastructure for your organization, chances are that your organization will not even survive. So you need to be very, very clear as to why you're doing it. Or the worst case, why you're doing it is because your competitors are doing it. Shouldn't do just because of that. You have to look at your own objectives, your own challenges, your own objectives as to why you're doing it, not just copy because your competitors are doing it. But the reality is, you could be doing it for some of these, cost, quality, speed, or any of the other things, or any of these, which is fine. So while you do this entire thing, you must remember few things. Transformations are hard. Digital transformations are even harder. Simple transformations in our life are hard. Even moving from an Android phone to iPhone or vice versa. One does take few hours or few days depending on the person, or from a Windows laptop to a MacBook or vice versa. It takes time. Even those are the transformations which take time. So thinking that the digital transformation of the organization is going to be easy, it's not going to be easy. So you need to ensure that. So as per some surveys, I didn't want to put the name of the companies which have done, and these are leading global organizations which have done these surveys. More than 50% of the transformation efforts, digital transformation efforts, fizzle out. What does that mean? People start, yes, I'll do all these things. We are doing a huge digital transformation project. We want to digitize the entire sales force, entire supply chain, customer experience, employee experience, but more than 50% of such initiatives actually fizzle out. Or in some cases, 70% of the digital actually fail. What does fail mean? It doesn't mean that the software doesn't work. It doesn't mean the hardware doesn't work. What it really means is that when you started a particular digital thing, you started with some objectives. You do not meet those objectives. And 70% cases that happens, it's only 16%. Mind you, only 16%. Some people put it at 15, some people put it at 18. But around 15, 17, 18% of the digital transformation journeys or the digital journeys which companies actually do, where people say that they are realizing benefits. Now you need to decide, you want to be part of the 50%, 70%, or you want to be really part of that 16%. If you want to be part of 16%, let me just share with you very simple 3 things, 3 pitfalls that you should avoid. So it's not that I'm telling what to do, but what not to do. So just focus on what we should not be doing if you want to be part of that 16. Number 1. So if you want to ensure that you get on this puzzle and when you reach a 98 or 99 or whatever, and suddenly you come down to a particular number, first thing, if you do not have a digital transformation roadmap, or you don't have an enterprise architecture, chances are that any digital transformation effort that you are doing or any digital effort that you're doing is going to fail. Because if you do not know the road, I don't know where you're going, Any road will take it. From here, if I want to Gurgaon and I just want to take any road, I don't know where I'll reach. So you need to know as to where do you want to go. You need to put in that roadmap in place. You need to be very clear on also the objectives, goals, why you're doing this entire. That's why I wanted to start with as to why you're doing a digital transformation. Be clear on your objectives, goals. Have a digital transformation roadmap. That is the first fundamental thing in case you really want to be part of that 16% of the companies which say publicly that yes, our digital transformation efforts are really giving us the output. What it will do, while it will give you a lot of things, it will also help your business leaders understand the impact of proposed technology portfolio changes on the business capabilities. So it's not just the IT team, but your sales guy, your supply chain head, your production head, R&D head, all those people would also know that these initiatives are coming. This is how it's going to change my business, impact my business, and you will get all the efforts of everyone galvanized to ensure that your objectives are met. So number one, have a digital transformation roadmap. And the second thing which I said was have an enterprise architecture. Because if you don't have an enterprise architecture, you will never have a rapid design or deployment. An enterprise architecture will allow that the digital services that you give to the organization are really organized. Because in case you don't have this, what you will end up with? Someone doing something in sales department, something doing even within sales, something doing for field force, somebody doing for the central planning cell, someone doing for marketing. You will just end up with more silos in the organization, or if you don't have silos, you will actually have so many cost overruns, building all sorts of integrations, yahan se laga do, wahan se laga do, and then the things will not work. The analytics that you are planning or the single view of data or the end results, you will never get in case you don't have an enterprise architect, and it will just lead to frustration, nothing else. So please ensure that you have a good enterprise architect before you start your journey. A roadmap and enterprise architect will ensure that your initiatives that you're doing on digital do not end up with suboptimal results, or they do not result in a lot of rework. Second one, making cybersecurity an afterthought. A lot of companies do. When they start their digital initiatives, they just go ahead and just implement all those things. And suddenly, maybe towards the end of the project, or even sometimes even after going live, they realize that they had not really taken information security right from. Is security really built right at the design stage? Because as digital increases, the amount of data that's getting generated, whether it is related to data security, whether it is related to privacy, whether it's related to all other aspects, you need to ensure that cybersecurity is not an afterthought. You can't be closing your eyes on cybersecurity needs. There are threats. All of us are aware of so many things. Even within Delhi, there are issues which are currently happening. So we need to ensure that in our digital initiatives, whatever we're doing, cybersecurity is right from the design stage upfront, we take it. And never make cybersecurity an afterthought. We are aware of all the things, whether it's compromised things, ransomware, hacked accounts, all those things are kind of, you open any newspaper today morning. It's not just the business news or other news, you also get a lot of news on what is happening globally or even within India on cybersecurity. So if you want your digital initiatives to succeed, cybersecurity has to be part of it. And a lot of companies, what they actually make a mistake, I have a good, robust information security system. I have so many, whatever, firewalls, this, that, all those things are there. But we need to remember, the moment you get into a digital transformation roadmap, the current technologies are just a base. You are actually putting so many other technologies which may not have ever entered your system. Your boundaries of your organization actually go to a different level. So whatever security measures that you have brought you here, you might have been safe, and that's really nice that till date you have been safe. But the current security measures will not assure you that you will continue to remain safe. So you need to focus on security. So you need to rethink your security architecture really in the new world, because new world is going to be very different as you move on. Your customers, vendors, your boundaries of the organization, say for example with IoT, your boundaries of the organization, I don't know where they go. So you need to ensure. Mobile has ensured that everywhere we go, our organization goes with us. So the boundaries have really changed. So we need to plan upfront and make cybersecurity an integral part of the entire digital journey right from day one. Third and the last one, we lose focus on people aspect. Digital is not just about technology. It is just 10% tech, 90% people. Please do not get into a trap of chasing technology. I have the latest version, I have this technology coming in. I was talking to this analyst, they were talking about this. I went to this Google site, and then they were talking about this. Let me start a POC of that. Let me start exploring. Let me put a COE on this. That's good. But you cannot be chasing technology at all times, because tools are just enablers. People are the ones who are going to use it. You may put the best technologies on earth, but if the people are not using it, all the things that you do are actually a failure. So please don't that. Focus on the people aspect and the human experience of the entire thing. Most digital technology initiatives focus on possibility of efficiency, productivity gains. But if people lack the training, people lack the mindset, your digital initiatives will actually fail. Focus on user experience a lot. And user is not just your own employees, all your stakeholders, everyone, you need to focus on that. Because real value of initiatives will come only from usage. You need to focus on the skill enhancement of people. Again, this is one area that a lot of companies actually do not focus on. They just say that I want to just go live, because my only aim in life is to go live on this project, send an email saying that yes, I have gone live. There are 20 people who clap, and that's the end of it. Who cares about the other part, whether used or not? And that's where the projects actually fail. And also bring in a culture of, in the organization, which values data. It should not be that you put in most fancy dashboards, and in the meeting room someone says that, okay, please bring a PPT of this or bring a printout of this. I don't want to see the dashboards, just show me that Excel file. Then why did you go for all these things? So you need to bring in a culture change in the organization which values really data. So just to conclude, yes, in today's time, each organization is on its digital journey. We have seen that even it is putting up this thing that we need to create a robust digital infrastructure. But if you really don't plan it well, chances are that the end results will be suboptimal. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best in your digital journey. Thank you.